Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, so let me make this clear. Nothing in my content is meant to attack the metaphysical community or any of the esoteric systems out there. These are paths I've walked. Some of them helped me grow, some of them helped me crash. Either way, they're a part of the journey. And just to give you some insight into one of my past selves, an identity that still sits and lives in me, but has evolved. I used to treat these systems like keys, tools, portals, languages. I wanted to weave my gifts together and understand them in a structured way. And because I understood energy so deeply, magic spoke to me. It didn't just speak, it landed. It worked. But I wanted to master it. And for me, it wasn't as simple as Googling a spell and watching it manifest. That never sat right with me. It still doesn't. And I see it being marketed like that, as if it's just that simple. And I look at it like, But don't get me wrong, people out here really do stumble across a spell without having any background in magic or ever practicing it and try it, and it works instantly. Some will call that dumb luck, but I can tell you exactly why that happens for some people and why others practice and nothing sticks. Those of you who've been in the craft probably already know. It's always easier to cast for yourself because you're in full energetic control of your path, but try to cast on someone else's reality, well then yeah, that gets messy. Manipulating someone else's energy, that's a whole different kind of weight. Anyway, I took a lot of different paths. I studied, I tested, I integrated. And I didn't just play with it, I sat in it. I got obsessed with trying to control my environment instead of actually trying to understand it. And that's where the spiral began. That's where magic stopped being a tool and started becoming a trap. That's why things stopped showing up wrapped in perfect packaging. That's why the blessings started tasting bitter. I call it the genie moment. When you get what you wished for, only to realize it came with a cost you didn't see coming. And yeah, that moment, that was my final false identity collapse, and it wrecked me, but it also woke me up all the way. You'll learn more about it in the book, and I actually did want to touch base on this part of my book. It's called the Personal Memory Files. It's personal snapshots of the moments that taught me what textbooks never could. But make no mistake, Soft Awakening is a self-paced, self-guided journal. It's not me talking your ear off. It's not an info dump. The personal files are just there to anchor the lessons. The rest, well, that's for you. And on top of that, I only dropped maybe 2 or 3 of my own personal memory files. And it's all in the first part of the book itself. Now, the rest of the journal is dozens of energetic prompts, real-time activations, and soul-coded tools. Everything you need to start collapsing false identities, dead identities, and karmic loops you didn't even realize you were stuck in. And I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys know I have that on Etsy. It's being sold on Etsy, and then I have my own personal page where it's $8. You know, I feel like people trust third-party sites like Etsy, so I thought it would be an easier way to get it out there. It will be released on Amazon as an actual journal, 375 pages to be exact, but I'm still getting everything formatted for that, so I'll let you guys know when it's officially released. But for now, those are the 2 platforms. You check my link tree, you'll be able to see how to gain access to both of them, the direct links to them. And I basically have it as a digital printable. And to be honest, I originally intended it to be exactly how I'm marketing and selling it right now, because I want it to be something that can grow with you. And I feel like, well, having the ability to just print it out and attach it to your own personal journal or binder, whatever it is that you write in, so that you're able to go back and look at everything or add more pages to it, you know. Because whenever I bought journals, that's basically what I was doing. I was cutting out the pages and gluing them into a binder, because I've always journaled, and my journal is huge. I have several of them. So, but anyways, let's get back into where we were. So now let me explain why I've been posting the type of content I've been posting. Because my last false identity collapse, it spiraled out from the very thing I now see driving this entire platform. Let's be honest, the metaphysical community right now is hot. It's trendy, it's everywhere. But from what I'm seeing, the Matrix has its hands all over it. And it's not even being low-key about it. I see gifted beings, real ones, people with actual energy and power, vision, but they're not fully awake. They're performing rebellion. They've chosen a non-traditional path, but they're still stuck in the simulation. They think they've broken free because they're not in church or they're not quoting old systems anymore, but they've traded one matrix for another. They're in spiritual uniforms now, repackaged roles, false awakenings dressed in divine aesthetics, and that's why I'm speaking. Because if you're a healer, a witch, a psychic, a reader, a medium, whatever you resonate with, pick your frequency. Then you are the ones who collapse timelines. You are the ones they fear. So what does the system do? It doesn't fight you head on. It uses you, uses your platform, uses your likeness, your message, because the old distractions don't work anymore. The news doesn't hit the same. The old programs have expired. So now it moves through influencers, through spiritual TikTok, through healing content that never really heals. It looks like awakening, but it's just another trap, another echo chamber, another loop. They want to keep people from ascending, and they'll use anyone to do it. And I know this might sound like a lot to some people, but if you feel it, if you've been suspecting something deeper, then I'm not telling you anything you didn't already know. Because honestly, it's not just the people, it's the system, the food, the water, the air, the distractions, all of it. They're finding every possible access point to keep you contaminated, controlled, and disconnected. They don't just want to own your time, they want to own your frequency. And if you're being really real, look at our history.